Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap the notification bell, and like this video. That helps me to keep making videos, and I'd appreciate it majorly. There's a couple different stories that I want to quickly go through. The first is that they're searching for a missing or a 2-year-old who was swept away by the river, the um, the Rio Grande River, at the U.S.-Mexican border in Texas. And she's been missing since Monday evening, I believe. So they were searching all Monday night and throughout Tuesday, and she still has not been located. Divers have been searching. Border Patrol. She was with her mother. Her mother's Haitian, but she's a Brazilian national, which I assume that means her father's Brazilian. So I believe the two of them had made it across the border to the American side. The Haitian woman, her mother, was detained by Border Patrol, and she immediately, informed them that her daughter had been swept away by the water, something like that. So this is only like a week after, um, the incident where the father and his 23-month old daughter swept up on the riverbank of the Rio Grande on the Mexican border. Um, so, just another incident of the extreme chaos that is happening at the border. And then well, let me go through this quickly. There's not a lot of information on it, but I would say that after searching for almost 2 days, it's 2 in the morning on Wednesday, not quite 2 days, doesn't look good. And for a 2-year-old in the river being swept away, doesn't I don't know if it's going to end well. So divers are searching for a 2-year-old girl believed to have gone missing in the Rio Grande River near Del Rio, Texas. Customs and Border Protection announced Tuesday agents from the Del Rio Border Patrol station said a woman from Haiti told them Monday that she had lost her daughter, a national of Brazil, while crossing the river. Anytime a child is lost, it is a tragic event. Del Rio Sector Chief Patrol Agent Raul Ortiz said in a statement, "I cannot imagine the anguish the parents of this young girl must be feeling, and I hope our search efforts will pay off." With a positive outcome, CBP said the search began Monday night with the assistance by law enforcement teams from Ciudad Acuna, Mexico, and continued throughout the day Tuesday with the help from remotely operated submersibles, a dive team, and other officials. The latest possible drowning comes just 1 week after a man from El Salvador, Oscar Alberto Martinez Ramirez, drowned along with his almost 2-year-old daughter, Valerie, while trying to cross. So here's some photos of them trying to find the 2-year-old Haitian Brazilian girl. It says Haitian there, but it says Brazilian national. Maybe I'm not sure. Uh, So that's one um, story that I want to just quickly touch on. The other is that an inspector general for DHS has released some photos and some findings of the border patrol facilities along, I guess, a portion of the Texas border. Actually, it's near the I'm not sure. I think it's near the Del Rio region. I'm not positive though. One of the most heavily crossed areas of Texas that, basically saying that the conditions are not good, that is severe overcrowding, and, that one official termed it a ticking time bomb, stating, well, government investigators in the United States, and there's several pictures showing this, and this is not, this is not a congressional delegation, this is the Department of Homeland Security. This is their own inspector general that came to these findings. So, no matter what your position on the whole chaos at the border, I mean, it's just madness. And so, government investigators in the United States warned of dangerous overcrowding at more migrant facilities on the southwest U.S. border, publishing photos on Tuesday of packed cells in Texas's Rio Grande Valley, where some children have no access to shower or hot meals. Report issued by investigators for the Department of Homeland Security said supervisors raised concern for the health and safety of detainees and agents, warning that the overcrowding represented a ticking time bomb. We encourage the Department of Homeland Security to take immediate steps to alleviate dangerous overcrowding and prolonged detention of children and adults in the Rio Grande Valley. Acting DHS Inspector General Jennifer Costello said in a memorandum to acting Homeland Security Secretary Kevin McAleenan. So, and that's just one of the photos. There are several, and they're the same photos in every report, just about, it's just out of hand, where it is a ticking time bomb. I mean, something bad could happen. Like, I don't know. I mean, if God forbid there was like a fire or something like that, it could just be horrible at one of these facilities. Or I don't know. It's some kind of stampede or just something where it's just anything just sets something off, a chain reaction. So, DHS Watchdog issued the report after visits to 5 U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency facilities and 2 ports of entry in the Rio Grande Valley area during the week of June 10th. It came as President Donald Trump's administration pushed back against criticism of the migrant detention centers on the U.S.-Mexico border. I mean, you're getting differing accounts. You're getting, obviously, the delegation of congressional congresspersons, AOC, and many others, saying one thing. You have people like on Fox who are saying, that they're not telling the truth, and I mean, everybody has their own side, but it's not looking good, dude. Not looking good at all. So, and they were unannounced visits, it says over at CNN. The unannounced inspections took place in early June in the Rio Grande Valley region of Texas along the U.S.-Mexico border. That area is the busiest sector for arrest on the southern border. The report includes several photos that depict extreme overcrowding as well as standing room only conditions in some Border Patrol facilities, which are designed to be temporary holding facilities. However, over the past several months, the length of time in custody has grown amid the ongoing influx of migrant families and children who turn themselves into agents at the southern border. I don't know if, because I mean, a lot of people I think are crossing now. They're trying to beat the heat in the summer, so I don't know if we're going to get a slowdown. I think normally seasonally that's what happens. So maybe we'll finally get a break in the numbers that are crossing. But we'll see. That remains to be seen, because it just seems to be getting escalating more and more every month. The numbers just swell. It's basically 100,000 a month that are being detained. For example, at the Centralized Processing Center in McAllen, Texas, the main location for unaccompanied children in the region, 165 children had been in custody longer than a week. Investigators also found that, according to the U.S. Border Patrol custody data, roughly 30% of minors at the inspected facilities were held longer than 72 hours permitted, including some children under 7 who had been held for more than 2 weeks awaiting transfer to the Department of Health and Human Services custody. When CNN went inside the processing center last week, there were around 1,900 people in a space designed for 1,500, who included more than 400 unaccompanied children and around 1,200 family members. It's pretty crazy, man. It's madness, dude. I mean, that's pretty much the story there. These pictures are hard to bring up. I wanted to bring them up full, but I can't. So I mean, there's just anecdote after anecdote, and like I said, both sides have their own stories. You know, the congressional delegation that was just there, you know, had some pretty severe things to say. I mean, AOC was basically saying that, um, Border Patrol agents were. There were several Congresspersons that made the claim that were taking selfies in front of them and stuff like that. You know, but AOC was basically saying that if they're doing this while we're here, this is them on their best behavior. So, and I probably, I'd say there's probably truth to that story. And there's other stories of her claiming they were, they were the people, the women who were being held. One of them, at least, claimed she was told to drink from a toilet, and a lot of people said that's an absolute lie. Kellyanne Conway. Some of these Trump people, I've completely lost. You know, they've lost me. I just don't go along with Kellyanne Conway or Sarah Huckabee Sanders or any of them or any of the stalwart who group that just do and say anything that's what the Trump wants. It's not. I'm not for that at all. So, but she was saying it's a bold-faced lie. But other congresswomen said the same thing. They didn't say she did say the same thing, basically that the toilet's right next to the faucet, which is a strange setup to begin with, very strange. But I guess because these facilities are limited, it's just wherever the water supply was, they just put the toilet in the water, the sink at the very exact same place. But the congresswoman, not AOC, a different one, was saying that the water didn't work. It didn't run. So that a woman had said that the border patrol agents just said, "Well, then just drink from the toilet." I don't know if that's true or not, but the congresswoman, according to her, the water wasn't running at the sink, so you couldn't. There's no water to drink at that sink. I don't know, man. All right, well, that's the story there for now. I'm sure we're gonna hear more. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.